with your name, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
Yeah, go
Yeah,
ahead.
you enter into the your details, first name, last name, middle name,
Right.
and all the details. This information where it will store?
That will be stored in a database of some type, right?
Exactly, in the database. What type of databases currently we have in?
We have on-prem and cloud-based databases usually, right?
Okay, okay, that is right. And apart from generally, what type of databases? Like, what are any of the
Mhm.
database names?
We have relational databases. We have
Mhm.
I don't know, unstructured or
Mhm.
unformatted. What is that called?
Okay, for structured, unstructured format. Right, there is okay. I'm
Yeah.
talking about the database like or softwares like Oracle, MySQL, Teradata,
Mhm.
SAP, R3.
Mhm.
Like these are the service provider. Like who is these are the databases, right?
Mhm.
RDBMS is that is a core knowledge. Apart from I'm talking about the database that the functionality of the RDBMS, right? Relational database management.
Mhm.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. I'm talking about the Oracle, Teradata, and Sybase. There is a multi like n number of databases available in the market.
Mhm.
Okay, if you okay, we are talking about our how our application data, our information stored into the database.
Mhm.
Okay, for example, you how many fields you are filling in the application? Almost 20 to 30 fields, right?
Mhm.
And once you are apply the job, automatically it will hit the database and submit your resume, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sanjeev, any way that you can visualize all this for me instead of
yeah,
just
sure,
audio?
sure. Yeah, sure,
Because that
sure.
would
I
help
will.
me like understand because it's hard
Yeah,
for me
no,
to
no.
understand these
Yeah,
hypothetical cons. Yeah.
I understand. First of all, how much knowledge you have, just I'm gathering. Then
Okay.
accordingly, I can. First of all,
Makes
okay, okay.
yeah,
Okay,
makes sense. Makes
just
sense. That's
yeah, sure,
interesting.
sure. That's the reason I'm asking. Which level you are in?
Mm-hmm.
Then accordingly I will present. Okay, okay. If we are applying the insurance or anything,
Mm-hmm.
okay, we have the application form, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, in the application form, okay, what are the information fields we apply? We will provide it.
If you're doing life insurance form, I mean name, address,
Anything you
female.
can consider. Yeah, you can give me the details.
If you're filling out a life insurance form, I mean they're gonna ask for name, address, email,
Mm-hmm,
all bunch of medical questions,
mm-hmm,
family history of this and that,
mm-hmm,
routing and account information, blah blah blah. I was
mm-hmm.
actually insurance agent. Actually,
Yeah,
I
okay,
did insurance
okay,
for a while
okay. If you are a business, what will happen? First of all, how you will get the leads?
through a lead
Leads.
magnet.
Okay,
Well, in
leads.
through a form usually.
Okay, through from lead generation, how you are getting the lead generation, different methods, right? Like
Correct.
direct, indirect. There is like this information. You will get the some databases.
Right.
Those information from those databases. They are already existing the information. They need to, for example, if it is any bank have the large database. Those
Mm-hmm.
information they filter and some of the they'll provide it to the customer information. Okay, you need to
Right.
contact these customers, you will get them. Okay, those
Mm-hmm.
information, everything should be in a proper manner, right? There
Mm-hmm.
is a flow, right? Application form,
Mm-hmm.
first name, last name, middle name. Then once your call one you send a email, you receive
Mm-hmm.
the response. For example, those information is also some people are using the tools, different
Mm-hmm.
tools, like
Mm-hmm.
any tools. Those tools, any tools required, majority required in a database.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, if it is a banking application, if you are doing any transaction, simple
Mm-hmm.
example, if you are doing every week your withdrawal amount, some XYZ amount.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but the summary statistics it is stored into the database. All the information should be in the database.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's the reason we are using. Okay, forget the physical things. Only just we are in the hardware in hardware in the
Mm-hmm.
top of we are install the software. those softwares, what kind of databases like SQL, Oracle, sorry, MySQL Server, Oracle database, Teradata, Sybase. These are the kind of databases.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the all in this all the databases. For example, if you have the table, there is a column. You know the table
Yeah, I
in
know
the
what a table
database.
is. Yeah.
Okay, table and column rows. You have idea?
Columns are, yeah, going up and down,
Yes.
and
Okay.
and then
Okay.
rows are going side to side.
Okay. Okay, why? Because as business aspect, you know the what is a table. Table contain the information, right? For
Right.
example, in the for example, first name, last name, middle name. What is this? Is called metadata.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what
That's the
data about data?
structure,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, the structure. Yeah, what data about data?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, for example, first name you can input the XYZ name. Different, you will get it store 1,000 or more than that. You can store the informations right
Right.
in the database in itself. For example, particular information we can create one particular table, customer
Mm-hmm.
table, example, agent
Right.
table, branch table,
Mm-hmm.
like location tables, those information. But you required this between all the tables should be in relation,
Mm-hmm.
right? Without relation, just I'm giving the basic idea. You need to how much you have the knowledge, then accordingly I will explain step by step. Okay, there is a tables between relation required, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay, for example, if you are entering into the Rafi XYZ, this is particular New Jersey and US region and which branch, something. Again, some seniority from San Francisco, some XYZ branch, this information already stored. But
Mm-hmm.
again, Rafi, some XYZ other location is also same person is there.
Mm-hmm.
Those information is also stored.
Mm-hmm.
But Rafi required just which Rafi? There is a generally they are rules of they will create one ID, right? Policy ID, anything they will create a unique ID based on his identity or date of birth, depending on the country how they
Mm-hmm.
are maintained. Generally, they are identify the date of birth and name, both are same. This person is, and they need to go for check with policy ID.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there is a multiple checks.
Right.
Okay, these are the process. Okay, I will show the generally I'm showing the basic idea of the, oh, sorry, one second. Enter screen. Okay, give, could you please allow me a screen sharing?
I already did. You should have screen sharing access already.
Oh no, I don't know, let me, are you able to see? No,
No.
still is. Okay, let me share. Okay, let me try right now. Okay,
Okay.
okay, now. Mm, okay, now it is right. Okay, okay. Okay, if you are able to see the information.
Yeah.
Okay, these are the tables.
These are tables. Okay.
Yeah, okay, tables. These stores either Oracle database or MySQL server or like
Mm-hmm.
different. Okay, different type of databases. Tomorrow,
Mm-hmm.
just a quick you have a quick Google review. Just you can sorry, Google verification. How many databases you can value? You can have the knowledge. If you want those details, also I can share. But better you can able to pitch this information.
Mm-hmm.
Oracle, MySQL Server. How many databases like currently market are using?
Mm-hmm.
Like banking sector, which databases are using? just you can have, then automatically what will happen, you will remember, your mind is okay, these are the databases generally people are using in the uh, any companies. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And generally MySQL, if you're using, I think Facebook is also using MySQL.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. Do you observe the inventory category, film, payment, film, address, customer? These are the tables, and city and other things also there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you observe what is this relation between this is the arrow marks?
The arrow marks are showing the relationship between that database and the one that it's pointing to. And it's
Mhm.
basically marking those arrows to show the level of relationship, right? Who is which database is referencing which one? Something like
No, no,
that.
no, no. First of all, these are forget it the database. All the tables are stored in the database. Database is nothing but a is contain the tables, relation between the tables.
Mm-hmm.
Database, for example, generally what happened here, Oracle database is there. In the Oracle database, for example, if you are creating one particular tables,
Mm-hmm.
we will create the schema or whatever things we will mention in the details.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. For example, I am creating a customer table.
Mm-hmm.
Create a table name, and those information, first name, last name, or those information we will provide it.
Mm-hmm.
Then this is the customer data.
Okay.
Okay, if you want to create uh, how to create a table, I will explain that is also.
Okay.
Yeah, in case better, simply no
So
need to
these all
install.
these things, if I because I mean I'm claiming, that I my experience basically is in GCP and BigQuery.
No, no,
So
no,
can you
understand.
show me these things, like
Yeah,
how these things would be done specifically for a
yes, yes, yes.
project related to GCP and
No,
BigQuery?
no. Okay, okay. First of all, you need to know the what is query, what is database. Without knowing,
Right.
it is a difficult. I will show you why I'm worry about the thing is, if you see the BigQuery, right?
Yeah, you're teaching me the elementary stuff. I get it. I'm just letting you
Yeah,
know
yeah.
that as you think
Uh,
about how to position me and
yeah,
explain,
yes, yeah, yeah. That's the reason. First
do
of
it
all,
from the angle of BigQuery, basically.
yes, yes, yeah, yeah. First of all, the better you need to basic things. Then you
Right.
jump into the big query. You can easily understand. Without
Right.
knowing ABC, you can say Apple. It is a difficult time. That is the
Yeah.
reason. No, no, no. Simply, it kind of thing. That's the reason. First of
Right.
all, the what is a SQL. Okay, if
Yes.
it is any database, just you are creating a table.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just to create a table. These are the syntaxes. It is no need to install, just you need to execute the tables, that's all.
Yeah.
Okay, see, this is the syntax. Create a table, table name, data type. Okay,
Uh-huh.
first of all, basic things. If you have the database, you want to create a table. This is the basic formula. Create a table is a keyword or statement, and table name, for example, customer name,
Yeah.
and column one, what data of data type, what is the data type? Do you have any idea data type?
Yeah, it's basically, there are different types of data, string, there
Mhm.
could be variable
Okay.
characters,
Yeah, yes, exactly.
etc.
This is yeah, for example, if you are executing this query, automatically you will get the data something like that.
Right.
Yeah, we can execute this as well.
Mhm.
Okay, simply we can, there is an option, I think, where um, okay, where this is they are disabled or enabled, somewhere else we can execute here only. Let me check. Why? Because this is a predefined, everybody practicing the my SQL.
Mhm.
Okay, okay, just you have, I just later on I'll explain. Okay, create a table, table name, and personal ID is variable name, or like a column name. You can consider column name, last name, first name, address, these things, right? These are the syntax to create a table.
Mhm.
Okay, and the same table, for example, if it is executed automatically, table created. Those things I need to check where it is, why it is not coming, it is a disabled. Let me check and will update to you. And for example, okay, okay, select. Okay, say if you are try yourself. Okay, now already you have created table is somebody's database. Yeah, that is not your duty. That is a data modeler duty. They need to create a database. Now
Mhm,
just you need to do to retrieve the data. You
mhm,
want to retrieve the particular, okay, in the select statement, just SQL statement is the first word to select the customer name and city from
mhm,
customer table. Customer is a table. After
mhm.
from select customer name and city from customers. Okay, if you are executing, what will happen? Customer name and city, those details from the customer table. Okay, did you clear still this issue, or do you have any? So,
Yeah, I know, understand. I understand. Like, you're selecting from the
yeah,
customer
yeah,
name,
yes,
or
yes, yes, yeah,
well,
yes,
you say
exactly.
select from and where.
Customer, yeah,
Select.
customer, yeah, collect star. Okay, okay.
If you put the asterisk, it's gonna
No, no,
query
no,
the
no. What will happen? Okay,
whole
whole,
table.
yes, oh, whole table. Now you clear, right?
Yeah, I have some
And
basic
select.
understanding of SQL, like very
No, no, no,
rudimentary.
no, no, no. Why? Because basic understanding. Then we need to jump into the other places.
Yeah.
Okay, now you got you clarity on this, right? SQL statements, select statements, and this is the only within a single table you retrieve multiple things, right? Distinct, duplicate records, how to remove the duplicate records, these things. There is a basic functionality of the SQL queries, right?
Mhm.
After then, there is a joins, right? SQL joins. You have idea joins?
I mean, conceptually, kind of, a join is basically, a
Simple. Yeah,
you
you
know,
can see. If you see the diagram, inner joins, common records, it will come, right?
right.
Left table, you have the two tables. Left table, left join, you will get the left records. And right table, you will get the right table. And full outer, you will get the full tables.
Hold on 1 second. Shiva, 1 second, brother.
Okay, okay.
You want me to join the class? You can if you want. I was saying, you want to use headphones. It's loud. It's loud. Yeah, it's kind of. Oh, it's up to you. You can join it too if you want. No, no, no. You can use
I'll
these.
just turn this down.
Okay. And there's headphones everywhere. Uh, 1 second, brother. 1 second.
Okay, okay, no problem.
Hey, man, I'm in class, so unless it's urgent, please, can you text me? Okay, we can continue. Sorry about that.
No problem. Okay, now you have idea, right? This is the inner join, left join, right join, full outer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, inner joins, how it will work? For example, we have the product ID, product name, category ID, price. Here, category ID, category name, description. These are the two tables.
Mm-hmm.
One is product table,
Mm-hmm.
product ID, product name, category ID, price. And
Mm-hmm.
second table, we have the category ID, category name, description.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to, for example, any manager want to create, just I want to all the information in a particular report.
Mm-hmm.
Product name, customer ID, price, and category name, description. I want to particular report. For example, anybody want to see the result, then what will happen? We need to use inner join.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, for example, if you are executed this one, run this query, what will happen? Product ID, product name, and category name. why
Mm-hmm.
why we are getting only three in this query?
We're getting 3 because we are joining.
No, 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 not a joining.
Uh,
First statement.
well, okay, we're selecting those 3 columns only: product ID, product name, category name, from the
Exactly.
products table, and doing an inner join. Hold on, let
Mm,
me understand that. Inner join
yes, yes. You
categories on
okay? Okay.
products.
First of all, select statement. whatever the information we are selecting, what is the columns, right?
Mm-hmm.
What are the columns we are selecting? Those information select statement, right?
Okay.
And from which table? Product table.
Mm-hmm.
And inner join with category ID, that is a product dot category ID equal to category dot category ID. What is this to product dot and category dot? You have any idea?
Repeat that question one more time. Didn't understand it.
No, no, no. Inner join. After then, category is a table name, right?
Right.
And what is this? Product is also table name.
Yeah. So you're
Dot.
taking you're basically telling it to say, look at two different tables and bring the information, selected information from each of those tables
Yeah,
and show it to
exactly.
me in one table.
Yeah, exactly. Category ID equal to category, but the tables are different.
You're telling it
Exactly.
what to call it. You're telling it
Sorry.
that, hey, I would like for you to grab the column called category ID over there, and I want you to call it category in this view.
Yes, exactly. Product table, you can consider product. There is, if you see the previous, what is this? Sorry, 1 second. Let me. Mm,
I
uh,
wonder what's the differences between each of those types of joints, inner versus
yeah,
right,
yeah.
left.
That's the reason I'm showing you what is the difference between. 1 second.
Oh, I think I understand. I think inner is like in the middle of the table, two things you're
Yes,
combining.
yes,
Outer is
exactly.
the
Inner.
outer sides of the table.
Yes,
Left is
exactly.
the left side. Right is the right
Yes,
side.
yes, exactly. Yeah, correctly. Yeah,
Mm.
inner join. Inner join. It is a combined records.
Mm-hmm.
If you see, okay, inner join. If you see the 1 2 3 product ID and category ID 1 1 2, right? Here, category ID 1 2 3. But in the query, we are giving in the product table category ID equal to category ID dot category ID, right?
Mm-hmm.
1 1 2 1 2 3. But what our result is coming? Which records? 1 2, right? But other tables is also there. Why just only they will give the basic information. Only you can consider 1 2 3. Sorry, 1 1 2 1 2 3. Category ID. How many records? 1 2 3 1 1 2. Right? Total should be coming. How many records in the join?
I'm not
Here,
sure if I'm
just
understanding. Can you go back to the other thing
no,
again?
no, no. First of all, if you are join these two tables, how many records it will come? First of all, understand to inner join.
If I'm joining those two tables, how many records will there be? There be
Yeah,
six?
based on the category ID.
Six? Six records. You're talking about joining tables, this top table and the bottom table together?
Yes,
Six records, correct?
but how it will come to 6 records? Customer ID is matched with the customer ID, right?
Where does it say customer ID on here?
No, no, sorry, category ID. Category ID. Where is the third record? Category ID is in the product table. Is
Oh, I
there
see what you're
any?
saying. So those two are the same.
Yes, 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 exactly. Just you need to observe those category
One
ID
is the
equal to
same as one on the bottom
okay.
table.
Only consider as a ID, category ID. Category ID equal to category ID. That's all.
Okay, so there's three.
Mm-hmm,
You join the two tables together, there's three records.
mm-hmm.
Okay.
Correct, huh? You got the point, right? Only
The
matched
three,
records only. Yeah, only matched records only we will get it, right?
right.
See, one and two tables, right? Oh, okay. You thinking why I'm getting these things? That is internally they have the database.
Mhm.
but they will give the basic examples. They are already having the other details also in the custom category table. Only just your grasping purpose, just what are the matching records is in category ID equal to category.
Mm-hmm.
What is the name? Germany, post and address detail, blah blah things is there, right? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry. 1 second. Where we are? Okay, the join here. All right. Second, second record and first record, but remaining is not available, right? Third record is
Mm-hmm.
not coming. Yeah. Let me check. Mm, 1 second. Control C. We'll practice it, then we can understand the things.
Sure.
Basic things, just basic idea, then automatically query is query. If it is a big query, it is a small query, it doesn't matter what happened. Even if it is a Google query also, na, simply select start from table. What happened, they given the more required parameters.
Oh.
Select. Okay, let me stop. Yeah, see how many records we have.
Many.
Many records,
Total.
right? Yeah, total 77 records.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. First of all, why I'm capturing here? Better, huh?
Okay.
Easily understand. Okay, 1 2 3, we have the category ID, these things. Next query, second table, what is this called, category, right? Mm. Total 1 2 3 4 5 6 8 records in the category table.
Mhm.
Okay, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, in the
Yeah.
category. Okay, here we have the verify this is okay, better we can copy in the Excel. Did you get any chance to log in any databases as of now in the database?
Uh, I would say I have not really logged into. I mean, yes, like just for a test, I used to have a SQL server on my computer one time,
Mhm.
but I have not really. I mean, I don't really have any experience with database, like logging in and using it at
Okay,
all.
okay. If you see now in the 70 records, how many we have the one records, right?
Mm-hmm.
It is the customer ID, which table, which is from product table, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Then this is our description table. Mm. Then now we can understand what is exactly the result will come. Then we can, yes, we're sorry. Yeah. Mm. Total 77 records, right?
Mhm.
Okay, first record we can ignore. Why? Because that is a metadata related information, right?
Mhm.
Okay, in the if you see product 39, right?
Mhm.
Product ID is 39. Hmm? Okay, in this query, what they mentioned? Oh, product ID, product name, customer name. Okay, category ID, category add. Okay, product name, category name. One second. Total, this 77 records is coming, right?
Right.
But what is the differentiation?
What is the what difference?
Differentiation. What is the differentiation this between this table and this table? Final output.
Show me one more time. The further two.
No, first of all, this is our product table.
Yeah.
This is our customer table. Sorry, description table.
Yeah.
This is our output table, like inner join.
Okay. So we got product ID, product name, and category name here. Go back to the other tables.
This one. This is the product table. This is the category table.
Does that mean that you basically took the things from sheets 1 and 2 and then combined it together to create a view on sheet 3
Not
that
a view.
has
No, no, no. That is a not a
a
view.
table,
There is a
table.
Yeah, this is called retrieve the data. View is a different. If you are talking about a view in the top of the tables, we can create a view and indexes. That is a different aspect, different subject. Okay, these they are combined. This table and this table, it getting the output like this, right?
Mhm.
We are 77 records here also, right?
Right.
Is there any missing? No, right?
Right.
Okay. Product description. Okay, that's the reason. Yes, I'm asking why it is coming from the right side table, like product table. Hello.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, product table. And why you, for example, this is the customer IDs. How many? One, 12 records, right?
Mhm.
Category ID is one. Category ID equal to one.
Okay.
Here, category ID only one record, right?
Okay.
Total output, how many records it will come?
Um,
Okay. Say what will happen if you see 1 equal to, it is considered as a 1, it will give this result, right?
okay.
You clarity na? No, still issue. Why? Because category ID is 1, but the
Right.
unit values are everything is different. Supplier ID, everything, product ID, huh?
Right.
But based on this customer ID, like 12 records here, and here only one record. This, for example, equal to 1, automatically it fetch this information, beverages, customer name and description. If you are
Um,
filtering beverages,
so basically, this is a many to one relationship that you're creating, where basically you're saying that
it
there's
is a
20.
inner join. It is a common records. It is a match in the records. 1 equal to 1, it those information to store into the particular table. 1 to 1.
Right. So it's like those 24 products, whatever that was, another sheet
Yeah.
is showing up as one record because you combined all those things into one. Is that what you're saying? Like,
No, not a one record. For example, category ID equal to 1. Category.
okay.
Okay. For example, if you are giving the one category, books, for example, you have the 10th class, you have the in the plus 2 or a degree, whatever things, you have the maths, physics, everything, you give it the one code.
Mhm.
You have the multiple books, same thing, same code. What will
Right.
happen? You want to count, you want to like combine the those tables or those books, how you are created. For example, you have one shelf, you have the another shelf. Okay, somebody is asking, just give me the both, like this is zero, my category is one book, and you can select the other categories also same book. How
Mhm.
you are selecting those things? First of all, irrespective, 0 1, whatever one values you can get and you can give it to her, right?
Mhm.
Similar way, irrespective, you don't know, in case if you are, it is science or maths, it doesn't matter, but the code is one.
Mhm.
That kind of methodology. In case in detail, I will explain. First of all, basic, otherwise we can try to another record. Okay, we do have the second record. Second records how many? 24, right?
Mhm.
Here, second records how many? Only one, right?
I don't think I'm still understanding this
No,
at
no, no,
all.
no, no.
Like,
That is no, no. I'm giving the try to you understand. I will give the explain completely.
okay.
First, I'm thinking just you need to understand how data play around.
Mm-hmm.
I can explain just within 2 minutes. I'll Google it. These are the things you will common records. It will come. Just of all, you can try to think about the logic. What is the inner join? Once it is understand, you can how many queries you are running doesn't matter. Simply you can understand. Just try to understand what is the inner join. I can say simply just these are the values. It is coming from first table to second table. Then it will get the output. Not like that. You need to whatever the matching records it will come, right? If you see the okay, whatever values we don't have, we can try to these values. Okay, 1 2 3 oh, 8 values is also there, right? Into here also 8 codes. Mm. Rafi, hello.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, just anything, any just guessing or something like that in this scenario.
I'm not really understanding the relationship between those tables at all. Like, I'm very confused on that actually.
Uh-huh.
Like, I didn't understand exactly what you're trying to like. Can you maybe visualize it for me in a different kind of way
Yeah,
instead of
yeah,
just
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
tables?
Just I am trying to that one only. Yeah, why? Because yeah, yeah. Okay, now it is just very simple. They will provide an inner join,
Mhm.
customer ID,
Mhm.
order ID, customer ID. If they are matching with the customer ID equal to customer ID, this is the
Okay.
output will come. Inner join.
So basically,
Simply.
customer ID of one is the same as the order ID of one. right? In the
Not order
in
ID.
table
Customer
one.
ID equal to customer. No, no, no. If you are targeted ID, customer ID equal to customer, not for order ID. Don't compare. Only customer ID equal to customer.
Okay.
Why? Because customer ID. They might be name is changed, but customer or customer ID both are same.
Okay.
Now your clarity in this pitch in the scenario.
I mean,
This
okay, so customer
yeah.
ID on the left table is one, order ID on the left or on the right table is one.
No, no,
On the
no, no, no,
bottom,
no, 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 no. Forget it. The order ID. Just consider as a customer ID equal to customer. Order ID is not related to us. Customer ID equal to customer. See, these are the table now. Customer ID. Third, here customer ID equal to David, right? What is the amount? 500, right?
so
Hello.
basically it's showing that in the first,
Customer.
in the,
No, no, no. For example, Rafi, you have the employee ID. You have the employee ID, right? That is unique, right? You want to, what is your salary per monthly? You want to retrieve in the database. How you are getting this information? You have the one table, customer table, second one salary table. Customer ID equal to, for example, your ID equal to 001, and those value already having the salary slip, salary table is also equal to 001. You will get the salary Jan month details and you can fetch the information here. Customer table, in the customer table, customer ID and order ID, customer ID equal to customer ID, sorry, customer equal to customer ID.
okay, so basically, yes, you're basically giving a variable, right? You're basically saying like X equals 2. So anytime you see an X, it means 2. It's just a like customer ID in table on the table on the left
Mhm.
is the same as the customer number on the
Yes,
right.
exactly. Yes, yes, exactly. Yes.
And then in the bottom table, you're
Mhm.
using that customer number 3 to represent that same customer again. So
Mhm. Yes.
basically, that one variable is being used. So it's like saying A equals
Simply,
B and B
yes.
equals C. Therefore, anytime you see A, that you just know it also it means C. It's a transitive
Uh,
property.
no, yeah, like that. In the
That's
same
basically what's
already,
happening here.
yeah, yeah, no, no. Already, you already have, we are already having the example in SQL join itself, right?
Hmm.
SQL joins already diagrammatically already they represented.
It's basically variables. Like I'm defining the variables. I'm saying that if A equals B, I'm defining first A equals B. Then in the next table, I'm defining
Okay,
that
see,
B
see,
equals,
table one and table two. What are the common records? It will fetch it simply. Got it? Huh? Common records. A,
okay.
A. Okay. For example, you got
What's
the
I know
why
I
it is a
think
uh,
I'm just
what
saying
happened.
that
You can understand this one. Inner join means table one having the, for example, you have the three records, the same values in the table two also three records. Automatically it will fetch it in the only three records. You have the table one have the 20 records. Table two has the 10 records. It's the common records only three. Then automatically it will fetch into the only three records. Three table one
okay.
have
So the okay, got
they
it.
yeah.
Yeah, I think you need to let me articulate myself. Just don't
Yeah,
interrupt.
yeah. No,
So
no, no.
your
Why
explanations are difficult for me to understand, but the concept I think I'm understanding now. Basically, what you're suggesting here is that the inner join is essentially showing what are the common records that are appearing in both tables A and B, right?
mm,
It's an
yes,
overlap.
exactly.
It's a Venn diagram with an overlap. So if there is in table one, there's a customer ID of one with David.
Mm,
In table B, there's also a customer ID of one with David. In the third table, it's gonna show that.
yes, yes, right.
That's it.
Now
That's
you
all
got
it
it.
is, right?
Yes, this is the records.
Okay, so this was a pretty simple thing.
No,
I
no, no,
think
no,
we
no. This is the simple. No, no, no. This is the simple query, but our query is the repetition. There is
right.
no duplicates, right?
Mm-hmm.
Here, without duplicates in this query is a common showing. We have
Mm-hmm.
the, for example, we have the five some XYZ. Then thousand five is customer ID is also there. Automatically, what will happen? Those records is also coming, right?
Yeah.
That's why just this is the first time, but you can understand it is a common records. It will come from table A and table B. That is a basic
Right.
number.
Right.
Okay,
But
there
many
is
of
a
them
world.
will other big
Ah,
database tables there will be many repeating
yes, yes,
records that'll
yes,
repeat.
yes, yes, yes,
So
yes.
then it'll show
There
all
is a
those.
n, yeah, inner join. There is a n number of things. Simply you can add is a one line. I can add things, basic things. Okay, just you. Anybody is asking what is inner join? It is a combined. It is a common records, right? Simply you can
Mm-hmm.
say.
Right. It's a
If
it's
you
a
somebody,
it's a record
yeah,
that's common between two different tables.
yeah, two different tables. Exactly, you can say something. Yes.
Got it.
Yeah, in left join, it is coming from left table. Right table, it is a right table. Then left tab. See, this is the table customer. I will give the cheat sheet, Rafi, regarding this one.
Okay.
Hello. Okay. First of all, what you have some idea, right? What is the table? What is the columns? What is the database? What type of databases, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If, for example, if it is any all the databases should be linked with one table to another table, right? If, for example, Rafi is working from January to December in
Mm-hmm.
particular department A,
Yep. Yep.
he has an employee ID, a custom, you have the employee details, and he
Mm-hmm.
has the department details from which
Mm-hmm.
date to which date. Those information one particular table, and Rafi is moving to the other location. Just he change the branch ID, branch name, branch details, and these things, right? And common, what is a common for the Rafi ID is employee ID is a common, right?
Yeah.
Hello. And
Yeah.
he's traveling from Jan to December 2021 to 22 something like that,
Mm-hmm.
and similarly 22 to 23 another branch, 24 to
Mm-hmm.
25 another branch. What will
Mm-hmm.
happen every time? Manual, it is you need to enter n number of records. Rafi is moving from different locations from
Mm-hmm.
employment. Those records, what happen? It is a repetition, a redundancy. It will happen, right? In the
Right.
you can enter in the information, but you are every in the salesperson every month they are moving to the different locations, but those information is also required. Then
Okay.
what will happen in the finally ultimate manager want to see the details. I want Rafi like which location, month wise where is he, or year wise or quarter wise where is he, which location. Those information how it is difficult to get the information, right? Summarized information, how to deal this information. That's the reason we are using a reports. If it is any database, we can fetch the data and create a reports.
Okay.
Is the summary statistics summarized? For example, Rafi, like what is the Rafi's yearly salary, how they can identify based on your earnings, right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
Those information summary summarization purpose we can use the SQLs. Sum, minimum, maximum.
Huh?
These are the functions.
One second, bro. One second.
Yeah, sure.
Good afternoon.
Hi, is this Rafi?
This is he.
Hi, this is Manasa from Dialectica.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How are you today?
I'm well. I'm well. Thank you for a minute. How are you?
Not sure if you saw my message on LinkedIn. I just have a couple of follow-up questions from the client team after they reviewed your profile.
Okay.
And it is a bit longer, so they are happy to compensate for this time that we're talking. So I'm just gonna make note of how much time it takes. Just because it is longer, so I didn't want to waste your time.
Sure.
And then later on, it can be converted into a consultation as well.
Okay.
Okay, amazing. So It just is about a couple of different aspects. So
Hey, Sanjeeva.
Hi.
Hey,
Hi,
brother. So
Rafi.
sorry, man. I had a recruiter call me.
No
Sorry.
issue, no issue, no issue. You got a call, sir. It is good, right?
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I gotta prioritize those right
Mm,
now.
mm.
Okay, so we can keep going.
Yeah. Okay. First of all, okay, where we are. 1 second. Okay. Okay. And before, do you have any idea? DLL, sorry, DML, DQL, those information?
No, I don't know what DQL is.
Okay. I'm sharing. Okay. DDL, data definition language, data query language.
No, don't know anything about that either.
Yeah, I think that is a basic if there is any databases.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me share my screen. What happened? Okay. Are you able to see my screen?
Yeah, I can see it.
Uh, 1 second. Where is this? Uh, uh, Let me close all the things unnecessary.
Okay.
Uh, it is. This is also not there. Uh, you are able to see, right? DDL, SQL comments are mainly category, 5 categories.
No, I just see your Zoom screen, man.
Oh, zoom now. Oh, let me 1 second. Let me new share. Mm, mm. Now,
Yeah.
okay. First of all, SQL commands. Commands in the sense what you are writing the queries. That is called SQL commands.
Mm-hmm.
Select. This is basically we have the DDL, DQL, DML, DCL, TCL commands.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What is the command?
What is a SQL command?
Mm.
It doesn't
Just if
say.
they are doing yeah doing any database RDBMS related databases, just if you are any specific tasks or functions. For example, you want to retrieve the data, you want to modify the data, you want to delete the data, you want to create the data.
Mhm.
Those things, what are the these are the operations you need to do in using SQL commands.
So is a command
Okay.
the same thing as a query? Or do they mean the same thing?
No, no, no. In a query is a part. There is a different type of queries. All DDL, DQL, DML is a query is a part of the all these commands, not
Okay.
queries command.
Got it. Okay.
DDL. Okay, DDL, data definition language, data query language, data manipulation language, data control language, data transition language. I'll
Mhm.
explain you. Okay. For example, if you want to create a table, create a
Okay.
table. This is the syntax. Create a table, table name, column names, right? It will
Mm-hmm.
create a table.
Mm-hmm.
You want to create using DDL language,
Okay.
DDL command. If you want to drop the table. Drop in the sense you want to drop the table. If you want to alter the tables, you want to create alter. For example, you want any modification table in that table using
Mm-hmm.
alter command. Truncate, mm,
Mm-hmm.
remove the records, commit, rename. These are the DDL commands.
Mm-hmm.
Create, drop, alter, truncate, commit, rename. These are the commands.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you can create a table. This is the basic idea. You have idea, right? Create a table, table name, huh?
Okay.
And now we have the select query language. Sorry, data query language. What we are writing in the select statements query language, we are using this one, DQL.
Okay.
Select statement. If we are using select statement from where having these are the related to DQL language. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And DML. For example, if you want to insert the data, update the data, and delete the data, log
Mm-hmm.
call and explain. These are the commands using for data manipulation. What
Okay.
is a DQL means data query. For example, no, we are not modifying any data, just
Mm-hmm.
we are querying the
Querying.
data.
Mm-hmm.
Just you have the tables, just you are creating, you are combined or any data, just you are retrieving the data.
Right.
You are not modifying any data in the
Correct.
DQL. Okay. Generally, all in the production, generally we are using only querying language, not DML. We are not giving any other indication. Only admin have that with the indication DML.
Got it.
Huh?
Can you tell me
Uh,
those commands one more time? What are they?
which one? DQL?
All, yeah, all of them. Tell me all of them one more time, starting from the
Yeah,
top.
sure. Yeah, no, no, one by one. When I'll repeat it again.
Okay.
Just let me complete, and again I will explain to you. Hmm?
Okay.
Okay, DML, data manipulation language. For example, if you want to insert into data, for example, what is you have the insert in the, this is the table name. You are into the column. These are the values, value 1, value 2, 3, right? For
Mm-hmm.
example, if you are create a table, after then you are insert in the values. For example, first name, after then insert into your Rafi is a first name,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yep.
Okay, inside just updating. For example, Rafi need rename some XYZ or something like that. Delete,
Mm-hmm.
log call. These are the common. Huh? DCL. This is the grant and revoke is a admin completely 100% grant and revoke this information administration
Mm-hmm.
data control language. For example, give the permission. For example, particular table. For example, employee table. Employee table don't give the access to all employees, right? Only specifically HR department. Those information giving the grant privileges particular department to the
Mm-hmm.
particular table. We are using grant revoke. Huh?
Okay.
Control table. Okay, this is the commit rollback. These are the similar kind of this. This is also like admin related stuff.
Okay.
Okay, basically we need to know what is the DDL, DQL, DML. These are the three majorly generally everyone uses.
Okay.
DDL. What is a DDL? Create a drop, alter, truncate, commit, rename. These are the commands. DDL commands. Create. What you can create?
DDL
Create
stands for what?
a data definition language.
SQL commands that can be used defining, altering.
Yeah, these words you should be in you should be in your fingertips. Why? Because if anybody know the any knowledge, what is a DDL, DML, DQL? Basic things.
Mm-hmm.
This is a very basic fundamental.
Mm-hmm.
Why I'm coming back this area? I thought that you have some idea, but after realizing, but I thought I need to know complete picture of the database related stuff.
Yeah, I don't have any
Basic,
idea of these
very
things.
basic. Yeah, very basic things. Is a business aspect too, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay. DDL and you create a table,
Uh-huh.
create index, functions, views, store procedure, triggers, all related to create
Mm-hmm.
in the database. You know, you're talking about a views, right?
Yeah.
Functions, index. For example, if you what is called index?
What does index mean?
Hmm.
What is index?
Simply, you can textbook. You
Uh,
have the index, right?
like yeah, table of contents or something like
Yes,
that.
yes,
Like where you
yeah,
can look up the
yeah.
definitions.
Yes,
We call it
exactly.
in my company last company we are calling it a definitions dictionary.
No,
Data
no,
dictionary.
data dictionary. Ah, yeah, that we can call as a data dictionary.
Where basically you write down what does these data fields mean,
No,
what
no,
are the
no.
attributes
Data
about
about
them.
data dictionary is completely picture of the data.
Mm,
That is called metadata. For example, table name,
mm,
column names, column definition. That is called a data dictionary.
mm. A different concept.
But yeah, different. Yeah, index is like, for example, okay, we'll explain. First, don't confuse in basic things. You can think
Okay.
index, functions, views, store procedures, triggers,
Okay.
table, right? Tables, you can create a table, you can create an index, you can create a function, you can create a view, you can
Mm-hmm.
create a store procedure, you can create a trigger.
Mm-hmm.
using DDL command.
Mm-hmm.
Create, and same thing, you can drop the tables, right?
Mm-hmm.
Alter the database, you can create a and truncate, remove the records, and commit, rename. Okay, first you just this command is important, but these are the all dropping this information database. We don't have the privileges generally.
Okay.
Only this the admin will take care for the drop this information. Otherwise, if you are
Okay.
completely hardcore developer in a PLSQL developer, then only you will get the permission drop tables.
Mm-hmm.
Normally, it is if you are in development, we have the options, but in the production, we don't get any these options. It is
Mm-hmm.
completely disabled. Already, they will provide the this is their grand privileges. Na DCL na they will control the tables.
Okay.
Okay, you cannot execute these commands.
Okay.
Okay, just you can create a tables, drop tables, alter tables, and create a table and index functions, view, store procedures, and triggers. You have any idea these things in this area? Table, you have idea, right?
I know what a table is. I know what a view is.
Okay.
I don't know the other ones really well. I know there's
Function.
also another one called materialized views, but
Yeah, I don't know. We materialized view is the same thing. Is a
oh really?
there is a different, yeah, view. There is a view is a
Materialized view
portfolio.
takes up space in the database though. It's
Yes,
not
yeah, yes,
this.
yes, yeah, yes, yes. Yes. For example, you have the particular information, you want to see the view. You
And you
don't want
save
complete
that
picture.
view, right? When you
Yeah,
save
yeah,
that
you can.
view, that's called becomes
Yes,
a materialized view, right?
yes, yeah. You can utilize. Yes, you can utilize anywhere. It
Okay.
is simply no need to create it. And function. You know the function, right?
A function is basically a mathematical
Yeah,
what
similar. Yeah, kind
equation
of.
like
Yes,
f of x.
yes. Okay, okay. Just follow you today. You can just remember these words. Later on, just one or two sessions. Just
Mhm.
again, we can ask these questions. Then how much you have, then we can update. Huh? But
Sure.
if you have too much knowledge, it will not go inside.
Right. That's
No,
also true.
100%. I can explain. I have the patience. The thing is, first of all, you need to basic things. What
Right.
is a DDL? What is a DQL? What is a DML?
Mm-hmm.
And okay, DQL for concentration on DQL, data query language, select statement, huh?
Mm-hmm.
And DML, data manipulation language, insert, update, delete, lock. This is complete. DCL control is done,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Right.
Okay, these things. This is the first of all. If it is any database, we need to use these commands, SQL commands.
Okay.
DDL, DQL, DML, DCL, TCL.
Right.
And okay, this is the related to SQL commands, right?
Okay.
Why it is SQL commands is required?
Why do we use it? SQL commands
SQL commands, yes.
to query the data, view the data, change the data, things like that, right? It's a querying
Yes, yeah, you can.
language
Yes, exactly. You can
to
see
work
the
with data inside of databases. Basically, we use these
yes,
commands.
yes. Okay. What type of generally? What is the what is the metadata?
What is
For example,
metadata?
what is the metadata?
Metadata would be like, how do I say it?
Data about
Um,
data.
data. Yeah, right. Exactly. Data
Yeah,
about
yeah,
data.
exactly. Yeah. Why? Because this is the basic things. Basic is to remember data about data. For example, if
Okay.
you are creating employee table,
Mhm.
those information, first name, last name, middle name. These are the information metadata, right? Or
Right.
columns.
Right.
Sorry,
It's
yeah, columns are metadata.
right. I guess you can say metadata is a
Yeah,
schema
data
would
about
be a
data.
type of metadata, essentially,
Yeah.
right?
No, no, schema. Okay, schema. Yeah, okay, what kind of schema information? What are the schema? Metadata in the what is the schema? You're taking the schema.
Schema is how data will be structured when it's laying in the
No,
database or something, right?
schema. Schema in the sense it is a combination tables, right?
It's a combination of tables.
Yes, schema. Yes, yes, schema. Star schema, snowflake schema.
Okay.
Did you have heard about these schemas?
No, I don't know anything about schemas.
Okay, schemas. What will happen if we have the any tables? For example, we have for generally what will happen any application we have the entity relationship ER diagram,
Mm-hmm.
right? Primary, like there is a, I'll show you the how look like a ER tables, ER
Okay.
diagram for insurance. Mm, This is the information. You can understand basic things. How what is the ER diagram? See,
AI
somebody's
or
yeah.
AR?
Sorry, you're talking about
What do you say? What kind of
login
diagram? What kind of diagram is this?
ER diagram, entity relationship, ER
Oh,
diagram,
ER.
ER
Okay.
diagram. Yeah,
Okay.
you can talk about ER diagram.
Okay.
Okay, if we are login ID, which you are in which position, login username, password, and what is your role, right?
Mm-hmm.
User ID, username, user mobile number, user address, like
So,
permissions.
so what are we looking at here exactly?
These are
This
the
is just.
tables. These are the no no. For example, if you are the insurance, any application, all
Mm.
the for example if you are logging into the Google or anything, Gmail or anything, what will
All
happen?
the tables are have a relationship
Yeah,
to each other.
yeah, similar. Yes, yes,
It's a
yeah,
data
like this.
model, right?
Yes, yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Data
Data
model.
model. Okay.
Yeah, you are in that on the track. Yes, data model. ER diagram, entity relationship.
Got it.
Okay, this information, just for example, these are the ER diagram, right? We have the insurance, insurance ID, insurance description, insurance, right? And payment, which
Mm-hmm.
payment details, who is a buyer. Okay, but if you see this diagram is a zigzag, right?
Mm-hmm.
But for example, your manager want to, for example, how many your sales is completed? Just I want to the sales report. Did you get these tables from this information? All the, for example, I want to sales report.
Mm-hmm.
Please fetch the data from this all from these tables. Is it possible?
If you want the sales table,
Yeah, sales table are in, so yeah,
let me
payment
see.
details. What are things? Yeah, payment tables. You can
Yeah,
consider.
you can take many of these tables and extract certain columns from them to build your own view to show the sales, right?
Yeah, yes, yes. Like it is a very difficult, right? Every time I want to, every monthly I want to report. Okay, Rafi, how many sales are done in the particular month?
Well,
Okay, exercise.
you would
Yeah,
generate
something.
basically a
Gen,
view. You would save that view
no, no.
and
Okay,
you
if
would
we
turn
are
that into a
consider,
Tableau
no,
dashboard.
no, no, no. If we are considered a manager, MIS reports. Somebody want to see the result, branch wise, year wise, location wise, sales report.
Mm-hmm.
In this scenario, in this data, in this ER diagram, it is a very difficult to summarize, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have how many tables? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
Yeah,
For
a lot.
example, 100 tables. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Here diagram too. Okay. If you see the mm, Okay, something like that. You can create a. This is the controller physical logical model. Okay, right? If you
Mm-hmm.
have already all 100 tables, what are the information you required? One, two, three, four, five, right?
Five, five
Yeah,
what? Five
maybe
tables?
yeah, I can five tables or six tables. Maybe I can change from other domain insurance. Maybe we can utilize other insurance sector.
You can use insurance information. I'm familiar with that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the reason. Just concept physical logical. Not in this area. But you have. I can explain for in this scenario. That is doesn't matter. But for
Mm-hmm.
example, you can consider as a photo ID instead of we can use in the sales ID.
Mm-hmm.
There is a sale. Your location is your location, customer location, or like agent location.
Yep.
Okay, then history, time, which date is updating those
Mm-hmm.
information, and whatever commitment, whatever the dates, right? You can
Mm-hmm.
consider as the dimensions. Okay, customer table, employee table, sales table, sales side, sales summary.
Mm-hmm.
Here, what will happen? You will get it the summary in that particular table. We have the summary statistical, like master table. It will create it here.
Mm-hmm.
These are the relation between these tables. Every ID having this ID, right? Linked with
Mm-hmm.
this table look like a star, right?
Yep. So it's called
Okay.
a,
Yeah. Okay. For example, if you
so
see
these
the
these are these are separate tables though, right? There's five different tables in
yeah,
there,
yeah,
right?
yes. In this table, sorry, in this diagram, data
We're showing
modeler
the
create.
relationship between the tables,
No. Yes. First of all,
how it's
this is
structured
our
and laid out.
yeah. No. First of all, this is our we have the redundance data in these tables, right? We have the it is a repetition data, right?
Okay.
If it is any application, front end application, they store in the back end. After then, what happened? They required the reports, MIS reports,
Mm-hmm.
branch wise, year wise, location
Yeah.
wise,
Yes.
premium wise, payment wise, my
Right.
status report. Just I want to see the managers. What will happen at that moment? Data modeler create a physical, logical, conceptual, physical, logical models. They can create it. Okay, they want to create a sales reports. Okay, in these tables, I want to sales information.
Okay, so
Okay.
basically, okay. So what we're talking about here is that we have all these different tables that are,
Mhm,
you know,
mhm, mhm.
in the database, let's just say, right?
Yes,
So
exactly.
we as a business need to see specific types of information. For example, we
Yes,
want to
exactly.
see certain
Exactly.
columns, certain types of data, but these data are coming from different tables, right? So a data modeler would go in and basically build out the relationships and the structure of how these tables are all laid out,
Same.
right?
Okay. Okay. I will
So
give the
that,
sorry to interrupt, Rafi. I will give the here one scenario. Payment. Okay. Particular insurance type. How many payments are done particular year in
yep,
particular location wise?
yep.
And particular buyer wise. I
Mm-hmm.
want to get the those details.
Okay.
Particular plan, okay. For example, year wise, plan wise, insurance wise, buyers wise, payment details required. Just to create in a business aspect. Forget it the
Yeah.
everything. This is my database. This is my business. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Particular payment wise, particular insurance wise, particular plan wise, particular buyer wise.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Okay. Buyer, how many insurance are sold? Particular payment.
Mhm.
Year wise, quarter wise, month wise. How do you think as a business analyst?
How do I
Forget
what?
the technical. No. How do you create a reports? You have
Of
the information in these particular
well,
tables.
I would I would write queries to
Mhm.
pull the information that I need from each of those tables. right?
Okay.
The
Mm-hmm.
columns, specifically the columns, the records, whatever I needed from each of those tables, I would create
Okay.
that into a view, or I guess the
No, no, forget it.
material.
Okay, yeah, okay, got it. Okay, view.
Then
But
once you create the view, I would save that view. I guess at that point it would be called a materialized view, and then I would essentially upload that to, say, Tableau
mm-hmm,
dashboard,
mm-hmm,
and I would then create an interactive dashboard to visualize that data.
mm-hmm, okay, okay, that is a normal. But if you have the data is more, what will happen?
If there's a lot of data,
Large data. You have the 1 terabyte, like data has a more data. What will happen? System will accept.
um, if you have large amounts of data, then and you want to
Then it will not accept.
visual.
Yeah, it will not accept it. It will get it
Mhm.
the server issues, lot of things, query
Yeah,
issues. Yeah,
right.
that is the reason we have the conceptual model, physical, logical, conceptual. Sorry, conceptual, sorry, conceptual, logical, physical. Concept
Mhm.
in the sense, for example, I want to payment wise details required. You can
Mhm.
create a one data payment related stuff required. Okay, I
Mhm.
required payment and insurance plan buyer side details. I can create a sum of the tables on particular business payment information,
Mhm.
and I want to create one more business insurance related business
Mhm.
insurance types. I want to create a plans. I want to create a
Mhm.
buyers wise related. They can
Mhm.
create a concept wise. Okay,
Okay.
this is my payments. You got the clarity here?
Mhm.
Okay. And conceptual, just you have the pen and paper. Okay, this is my payments related. What are the columns required? You can note down. And
Mhm.
and insurance, this information. This is a particular concept wise. Insurance is one particular concept, and payment is one concept, plans is one concept, buyer is one concept, right?
Okay. Mhm.
And but you required all the information. Buyer want to
Oh, oh, now I understand. I understand now.
yeah, you
So
understand now? Oh,
with this
yeah.
model, you're basically trying to clump together the types of data that exists in all these tables. Is that the kind of idea?
Actually summarized.
Summarized version. Okay.
Summarize was good.
You're creating a
Subject
model to
orient.
show
No, no,
like,
no, no,
hey,
listen. Rafi, listen. Subject oriented, time variant, non-volatile database. Subject oriented. What is your subject? Just payments and plans, insurance, buyers. Right? These are the
mhm.
subjects you are in this
Mhm.
area. Huh?
Mhm.
Maybe sales also. They're depending on the right.
Mhm.
Time variant, which time? Generally what will happen? Time variant, Jan to December or yearly, quarterly, whatever. This is a time variant. Subject
Mhm.
oriented, time variant, non-volatile. Data is not volatile. This is static data, right?
Okay.
Okay,
So
what is the
basically
difference? Yeah, what is the
based
this
on
is the
hold
ER
on, hold on,
diagram
hold
is
on.
our source system. Sorry
So
to
what you're
interrupt.
saying basically is that based on those criteria, like topic,
Mm,
time
yes,
frame, the type of
yeah.
data, whatever,
Subject
base
sub, subject oriented, time variant, non-volatile database.
non what? Non-volatile?
Non-volatile data is non-volatile
It's
volatile.
not changing, static?
It's not static. Why? Because for example your flight reservation, you are doing today's flight reservation. What
Oh,
happened? You are
non-volatile means
canceling.
like it doesn't change very much.
Yeah, yes, exactly.
It's not drastic changes in it.
Yes, there is no
So
changes. It
basically,
is a static. It is history is completed today.
what we're doing here is that we're looking at, a data modeler would come in and say, okay, what are the types of things you're trying to understand from all this data, right? He would go into the database and look at all the different tables and basically summarize and classify all of the information in those tables into categories based on subject,
Exactly.
time, blah, blah, blah,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
give you
exactly.
some type of a visual representation that, hey, in your entire
Listen,
database,
right. We are creating one more database. This is ER model. We are creating a data warehouse or data marts. In this ER diagram, this is our source system. Just we want to create a new data warehouse or data mart or data warehouse, right?
Okay.
This is the ER diagram. This you have what will happen, Rafi. It is data is like a volatile, and in the ER in the source system we have the data is always volatile, right? Every day
Mm-hmm.
insert, update, delete it will happen.
Mm-hmm.
In the data warehouse, there is no deletion, insert, there is no insert updates. Summarized data is available in the data mart or data warehouse.
Okay. So
Okay. Yeah, in
my
the
understanding,
yeah, in this scenario, in the data modeler, create a data like a like conceptual, logical, physical model they created. Concept wise based on your business, and this is my concept. Okay, payments, I required the payment related business, sales or whatever, insurance and plans and buyers. Okay,
right.
this is my business area, and this is my concept. Then
Mm-hmm.
logical, okay, what is relation between this is buyers and payments, insurance plans? Is there any tables, is the repetition required, or Jenny we can join? This is my payments and insurance plans. These are we can create one data marts, right?
Mm-hmm.
This, and we don't want required all 100 tables. We required only 5 to 20 tables or 10 tables, maybe depending on the business areas. One business having particular concept wise, I have 5 to 6 tables.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, for example, time you can consider as a timetable. Can I use the timetable for every concept?
No.
Yes.
I guess, well,
Why?
I guess everything is
Yeah,
time bound.
yeah, yes, yeah. That is a concept. That is a conformed dimension. That is a called conformed dimension. And what about geography?
Geography would also be,
Same.
I guess, constant, right? Because that doesn't
Yes, yes,
change.
yeah, yeah, yeah. There is change. We can utilize buyers also. Same table we can utilize, right?
Mm-hmm.
And also same information plans also we can utilize which area, right? Same also
Okay.
payment, right? Same also insurance, right?
Okay.
Same tables, right?
Mm-hmm.
In generally, what will happen? ER diagram in buyers having the geography information, time information, everything is there. But again, payments is also geography information. Payment is a separate tables or same tables also they have the information, right? Insurance also same time and different data is repetition. It will happen. What, right? For example, Rafi, you are entering into your data in details to insurance payment. You are doing in details. Those details you already store your branch details and your timestamp details, everything. Again, insurance details also table is stored in the insurance details as well, right? Data repetition it will happen. Hello.
So, yeah.
Yeah, like data is a huge data, but we required summarized data, right, in the reports
Right.
concept. Okay, at that moment, until unless why we are using same timestamp geography, duplicate records multiple times, right? Unnecessary data, right? We can store.
Mm-hmm.
That is the reason we can thinking. Okay, time is any data warehousing, any data marts. We can utilize time and geography, right?
Mm-hmm.
That is a conceptual concept is you clarity, right? You have the clarity, right? Conceptual model.
Remy,
Yeah, yeah.
let
You
me give
can
it back to you
explain.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, you can give me whatever examples you have the system you can explain, that is fine for me, irrespective of
So
this yeah, you, what is the conceptual? If you can find you have the insurance idea, you can explain the insurance. What is your manager want to do? What is your concept in those area?
so basically, the way I'm understanding it is that, you know, business wants to see certain types, certain metrics and information
Mm-hmm.
from this data, right? They've collected lots of big data. They
Mm-hmm.
want to find some intelligence within this data.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So they hire a data modeler who then goes in
Mm-hmm.
and says, okay, what are the different topics and subjects of data that you have in there, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
payment, insurance, plans, buyers, permissions.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Then based on that, he's able to he's able to use different metrics or different
Mm-hmm.
bounds, like time frames, for example. Okay, from when to when do you want to see this data?
Mm-hmm.
He's able to use subject, timing, geography, where
Mm-hmm.
you said, I think, where is this data, I
Mm-hmm.
guess, coming from or something like that. And there was the fourth one. There was a fourth one you mentioned. Um,
Physical. You're talking about the physical, logical, conceptual, or like
logical.
logical?
He asks some
Yes.
logical questions like, is this concept related to this concept? Like, for example,
No.
is
No.
the
No.
data related to payments related to the data is related to customers? Is there a relationship between those two things?
Yes. Yes.
And understanding
Exactly.
all those
Relations.
conceptual
Yeah.
logical
Yes.
relationships to each other. So based
Yes.
on that, he can create you a
Phys-
model, right? A visual
yes.
representation showing that, hey, you have these types of data in there, and these are the
Mm,
different topics that they fall into, and here is how they are all laid out, and here's how they connect with each other.
mm,
Does that make sense, right?
yes.
It's
Yes.
basically
Yes. Exactly.
creating a visual representation to show and see what types of data is inside of a database and how
Mm-hmm.
they relate to each other and one another,
Yes. Exactly.
and summarizing and classifying it together.
Yes. Exactly. Okay. What happened? See. Okay. This model too. We can create this model. Sorry. This one. Right. Hello.
Mm. Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah. Similar. Like we can create like this. Okay. We can ask insurance better. Insurance data mart. I can verify tomorrow actually. I have all the information.
Okay.
Okay. Maybe I need to check actually. Oh, long back I provided the training to the student. Okay. What is this? Is insurance? Insurance smart. Okay. Mm. Okay. See, this is the information. Okay. Look
Mm-hmm.
like this. Star schema. All the 100 tables, we don't require all the information, right?
Yeah, Sanjiva, can you give me like 2 minutes? I have to. Somebody's at my door. Just give me 2 minutes. Be right
Yeah,
back.
sure.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, sure. I'll be back. Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
Master.
Hey, Sanjeeva, so sorry, man. So sorry about the delay.
No issues. 1 second. Yeah. Okay. Where we are? Okay. Regarding the okay, conceptual of conceptual, logical, physical. Huh?
Hmm. Yes.
Okay. Basically, you have the source system, right? The source system in the sense ER diagram. For the
Hmm.
example, if you are using one source is for database, one source is for Excel, one source is for another databases. Same information. For example, agents are using in Excel. Some
Hmm.
of the users are using for different. But if we want to collaborate one single in short in MIS reports, how it is a difficult, right?
Hmm.
That is the reason. Not only database, we have the different source systems. One okay, direct agent, indirect agent, those information they have the different source systems. Then we want to see the result. Then what will happen? Okay, it is there is a conceptual logical we need to identify. Okay, what are the source systems and what are the conceptual logical physical? We can create a one diagram and automatically we can create a relationship with it. Like measure like fact tables and dimension tables. What is a fact table? What is a dimension table?
Fact tables and dimension tables.
Hmm.
I don't know.
Fact in the sense sales is a fact, right? Measures what is my profit and loss.
Okay.
Okay, how many as insurance premiums transactions summarized particular year wise.
Okay.
Facts is nothing in numerical values. It's stored.
Okay.
And dimensions has all the information. Customer. Customer is a dimension. Customer details.
Hmm.
Geography is a
Hmm.
dimension.
Hmm.
And these details. Like in the this is called data warehouse or data
Mm.
mart. What is a
Okay.
data mart? Data mart is a subset of data warehouse, right?
Hmm.
Okay. Just consider as a data mart. For example, sales data mart. In the sales data mart, insurance have the information, right? Particular
Hmm.
agent wise. Agent is agent related stuff. We can create agent data mart. Sorry, agent dimension and geography dimension, time dimension, and other things. What are the information we can store? Other dimensions. Think.
What other dimensions we can store?
Yeah. What are the information we can capture?
Remind me again. That dimensions are like what are they again? Explain that to me one more time.
Okay, dimensions are the okay, there is a two tables. One is a fact table, one is a dimension tables.
Okay.
Fact tables contains a numerical values like a measures sales, for example, how many sales count. Summary stats. Numerical values are stored in a fact table.
Okay.
Dimension tables are other information, right?
Okay.
Customer details, geography information, time details, and other thing, blah blah things. In this
Okay.
scenario, what are the dimensions we can utilize in the payment insurance plans buyers?
Dimensions are
Okay.
categories, basically,
Yeah.
right?
Yes, category. Yes.
Yeah. So basically, I mean, there could be like let's
No,
see,
some of the dimensions are category, some of the are not category.
what else could here be like agents,
Okay, agent table. Okay.
insurance companies,
Okay, companies. Which company is
um,
coming from? Yeah. Okay. Which company?
insurance
Okay.
companies, right? That you're
Mhm.
what else? Types of policies. Oh, those are, I guess, the plans.
Yes,
Uh,
exactly. Policy dimension. Okay, just whatever the information we in the screen, you can just I have the only payment is my numerical value. Payment is I required the payment details. Forgetted buyers, plans, insurance, everything. My subject is only payment. Based on the C in this diagram, create one data mart. Conceptual, logical, physical. concept wise only payment is my concept, right?
What?
Payment is my concept in the sense,
Okay, yeah, sure. Payment's a concept. So what based on the payment, how do we create the data mart? Explain that
yes,
again.
yes, exactly, yes, you can create based on these tables: buyers, plans,
So
insurance
what
type, couple of
exactly
things.
is a data mart again?
Data, actually payment is my numerical value. Payments, what are the payments is summary information I can put as a payment table in the fact table.
Okay.
Fact contain numerical values. Apart from other tables, we can provide the customer details, insurance details, plans details, buyers dimension, plans dimension, insurance dimension, right? I can
Okay.
create, right? But if you are considered only payments, other tables we can consider as a dimensions, right? For example, particular time wise, particular location wise, particular insurance wise, particular plans wise, what is my yearly payments I want to summary. That is my concept. Just okay, simply payment is all the payment in related store we can store in the payment time, payment fact table. And apart from buyers, we can provide the buyer details in the buyer dimension, and plans we can provide the plan dimension, we can put it in the insurance as a insurance dimension. And apart from we can utilize time and geography. Total how many dimensions? Buyers, plans, insurance, geography, time. These are my six dimensions. And
Mm.
my one table is payment dimension is my sorry, payment is my fact table.
Okay.
But I have six tables plus one fact table, six dimensions, one fact table. Okay, but we want relation between these tables to one particular in the payments, right? For example, I have the six, seven tables, five or six dimension tables. Payment is one fact table, but there is a relation between fact and dimension, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. For example, Rafi is customer ID, has 001. Rafi location is New Jersey, right?
Okay.
Rahi insurance plan is type 1.
Okay.
Okay. Payment ID is, for example, UPI, whatever things. Payment ID is some XYZ. And which is Rafi is coming from which buyer? Buyer ID. Okay. Hello.
Yeah, I
Yeah, still you got the business area. Just I'm explaining the business, not for the tables. Business
ex
aspect. Yeah. Okay, you are taking the insurance. If you are taking the insurance, what happened? Those details, insurance type information you are required, right? Rafi,
mm-hmm.
which insurance is taken from which type, and which agent wise, which plan wise, and which payment is done. Simple.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So you're trying to
Now
understand.
the picture of the, yeah. Okay, this kind of sales reports people are expecting from the MIS reports. That is the reason we have the, okay, simple logic, fact table and dimension table I told, right? What
Mm-hmm.
is this two tables relation between primary key and okay, primary key and foreign key? What is a primary key, what is a foreign key? Customer
Mm-hmm.
ID, okay, payment ID. For example, payment is my fact table. Payment ID information, where it will store? Insurance, for example, insurance having, for example, Ravi has the 001 is his insurance ID.
Mm-hmm.
His payment ID is XYZ001. His payment ID. Hello.
Uh, you're okay. So basically, you're okay. So the insurance category would contain all the insurance related
Simply, no, no,
schema of the
simply,
data?
yeah, yeah, no, no, no. Simply, what happened? Fact table and dimension table. You can consider as a fact and dimensions. Don't confuse. Okay, confuse to you. Simply fact and dimensions. Whatever numerical values are stored in the fact table look like. I will show you how the diagram look like this. Okay, fact table. These are the
Okay.
dimension table I told you. Primary key. Okay, sales representation ID is a foreign key. Here's a primary key. This is my sales representation dimension. This is my product dimensions. You can consider the product is a insurance type. Okay,
Okay.
this is a simple diagram. Time dimension, time ID. Okay, dimension table having the primary key and link with foreign key with fact table. Okay.
So what are you showing me right now? Like what is this related to? I'm very
No, no,
confused
no,
on
no, no,
like
no, 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 no. Confusion is this. Once this finish, how my report look like? Okay. In the ER diagram, if you see the ER
brother,
diagram,
I don't think I'm understanding. Like I think you're
no, 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 no. See, if you see, okay, just to give me one moment, Rafi. This is my ER diagram, right? This is your our source system. Hello.
okay. Yeah, okay.
Okay. This is the our. We are creating a data mart
What is
from
a data
this.
mart? I still don't understand what is a data mart.
Data mart is nothing but a data like it is a dimension and fact table. Is a combination.
I think you
Data
should try
main.
to use some analogies or something to explain these because you're explaining it just straight in technical terms, and I'm not
Oh, okay, okay,
able
okay,
to
okay. You,
pick these up.
what is okay, okay,
These are very high. Look, hold on. Let's
okay.
hold on. Let me
Uh-huh.
talk. I think you're not understanding that I don't have a data background. When
Oh,
you
no,
are
no, no.
explaining these concepts, right? You need to explain it in terms of, you need to articulate that by using the maybe some type of analogies or something so I can understand what this is
Okay,
in relationship
no, no.
to.
What, Rafi, which area you are not understand? You can tell me. I can explain. Whatever, if it is, what is a data mart? What is the ER diagram? You have you clear you did you clear the ER diagram, entity relationship diagram? That is a source system.
What diagram? Ya diagram?
ER diagram,
ER?
ER diagram, entity relation diagram, ER diagram. We can call it ER diagram.
I'm
That
not
is
even
called out
understanding what is an entity. What is an
entity.
entity?
This is the what is the this is buyer. Entity is nothing but a one business area. You can consider. For example,
Okay.
if you have the bank, loans is one entity, credit card is one entity. Okay, hello,
Yeah, I'm
and
here.
insurance is one entity. There is an entity, entity relation. Okay, Rafi is one customer, one particular bank customer. He has the loan account, saving
Mhm.
account, current account, and different accounts, right?
Mhm.
But
Sure.
Rafi ID is only ID is a unique ID, but
Okay.
he did the transaction from every, right? Each entity you can consider as your saving account is one entity, insurance is one entity, something like that. All the data stored in the entities. Hello.
Yeah, I'm listening.
Yeah, this is only an entity in the sense for particular business area. Loans, all loans related information stored in the loans related LMS, loans management system, loan origin system, loan collection system. Nothing like, simply they store your data into the tables like zigzag like this.
Mhm.
For example, you have the multiple entities, right? One is loan business, one is saving accounts, one is insurance. All are doing in one particular bank only, for example,
Okay.
but bank need to understand for example, a relationship manager, Rafi, how many product in the sense, saving account, current account, insurance account, all they are considered as a products. Okay, Rafi, how many products having in our bank, how they can identify in the system? It is a difficult, right? Every customer to dig into the get the due details. That's the reason they're creating a entity relation to convert as a data warehouse or data marts. Okay, Rafi has how many products? Rafi has how many do the transactions in particular year month, something like that. those details. For example, if you are going the any mini statements or things, right? Hello.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, those information where if you have the summarized information, we can require in the management level. That is the reason from ER diagram entity relationship to we are creating a data warehouse or data marts.
So inside of that data mart would be like the more what detailed content, like
That is the reason in the data mart content we have the fact and dimension to only two categories.
okay, got it. So you don't have the categories anymore necessarily. You have the
No, no,
actual data.
no. Category in the sense the actual data, summarized data. For example, dimension table, geography dimension. There is a category, right? East, west, north, south, state wise, district, something like that, right? There is a
Mhm.
classification. Some of the dimension don't have the classification. Customer.
Mhm. Okay.
Still any issue? Just let me know. I will explain. Okay, I don't have the problem. Just you can,
Okay.
if you have any
Let's
doubts.
let's
Yeah.
let's try this. Let's try this. Hold on one second.
That is important, Rafi.
Mhm. Yeah, no, it makes sense. Makes sense. I think the main thing I would say is probably just maybe using more analogies to explain the concept
Yeah,
because
no. That is
for
important,
me
Rafi.
it's
Rafi. No, Rafi. That is important for business analysts as a data warehouse or migration related stuff. You need to talk about those areas. In
right.
case if you have, yeah, you need to. Why? Because you always say something like that. But if you as a architect kind of things, you need to talk about that direction.
Hmm.
Just 1 or 2 days. Allow me some information. I will give the
Sure.
complete picture. It is
Yeah, yeah. No,
easily,
I
okay,
understand. I
yeah.
understood most of what you said. I would say probably 75% of it I picked up, but some of it
But
I
first,
think was difficult.
same Rafi, it same day it is a difficult. You are is a non-technical.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
no.
true.
But
That's
don't
true.
expect the same day. This is the first day we are doing.
Yeah, that's
Even
very true.
I understand what is your caliber and capability and what is your knowledge.
Hmm.
Tomorrow, next session, I need to pre-plan.
Right.
Otherwise, I thought that maybe you already have some exposure. That's the reason I'm
Nope.
trying to. Okay, next time, just I need to talk about the starting to ending only. If it is
Right.
not clear, then we'll repeat.
Right. That makes sense. Sounds good, man.
Okay, Rafi. If anything, just we will discuss recap also.
Okay. Sounds like a plan.
Yeah, sure. Mostly will actually. What is the time now, Rafi? Right now,
Here it's my time is 5:22 p.m.
5:22 p.m. Okay, here